Today I'm making with you a really easy, tasty, quick, and very flavorful side dish. If you want, maybe, I don't know, if you're on a diet and want to keep it lighter, you can even eat it as a main dish. I'm talking about boiled broccoli dressed with extra virgin olive oil. Of course, then we'll add a secret ingredient that I'll show you at the end, a bit of chili pepper and some garlic. Prepare this recipe with me. It's truly wonderful despite its simplicity. Let's get started. So after soaking the broccoli in water and baking soda for a while, I remove the bottom part of the stem and I start cutting the florets. Now I set aside the stem and the larger florets for a moment. I cut them into 2 or 4 pieces. For example, this one I'll cut into 4 pieces, and one like this I'll cut into 2 pieces. Then do as you prefer. Very well, now I'll peel the stem a bit. I'll also peel the smaller pieces that have come off, and now I'll cut it into rather small pieces. And once I've cut the whole stem, I move to the stove and add a bit of salt to boiling water. Then I put in the pieces of the stem. I let them boil for 2 minutes, then I add the florets. Obviously, I put the pieces of the stem in first because they're tougher, so they need a couple more minutes to cook. Once I've added them all, I let them cook for 10 minutes. That's perfect. In the meantime, in the blender cup, I add some extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of chili pepper, which is optional, of course. Then I add a bit of garlic. If you want, you can remove the core first. Here we go, but don't overdo it, because when you blend it, that's all you'll taste. Now I'll add 1 or 2 anchovies, depending on your taste. Of course, we're talking about anchovies in oil. And I blend everything together. Then, if you want to tone down a bit, maybe the strong flavor of the garlic and anchovies, we can add a splash of water, some broccoli, and blend again. Okay, now I turn off the heat. I remove everything and let it drain. Good. Well, as you can see, I also put a colander inside the container. I let it drain a bit. Now I transfer everything into a container. I add the seasoning. I mix well. Maybe like this too. Will be even faster. And most importantly, we'll avoid breaking them. Now I'll taste it to see if it needs salt. Yes, so I'll just add a little bit. Thank you. Now I'll give it one last stir. And I can already serve it. But look, what a beautiful dish. So let's see. A bit. Nice. Mamma mia. Make them, I repeat, whether as a side dish or a main course, but make them and let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, I'll say goodbye, and as usual, before I leave you, I'd like to take the opportunity to wish you a good meal.